The Bushcrafty Talks.
Hey guys, what's up? Bushcrafty back again with, I talk. Bushcrafty Talks. Boy, it's a scorcher. It's so humid because it rained and it's more rain on its way. Supposed to have some bad storms coming, but it's a storm. Oh. I was watching a live earlier today. Paranormal Highway, I think it's his channel, Eric. Really enjoy his lives. And he's talking about Travis Walton and stuff like that. And that's right down my lane, because I went up to Snowflake, which is right next to Sholo in Arizona, and I've been up there many times. There's a Roosevelt Lake or something around there too, but I'm talking about what they made the movie of, Fire in the Sky and stuff, and got me remembering some of the stuff. And I was into that stuff way back then, investigating and stuff. We actually went to the location. We got the coordinates and everything. And true story, we parked there, went up in a friend's Jeep and parked there on the side of the road, because you weren't supposed to go there. But we parked on the side of the road and we hiked. It was almost 8-9 miles, I think, somewhere in that area. It could have been more, but we went and we hiked up there, and we had compasses and the whole 9 yards. That way we wouldn't get lost. We had the maps, and we studied the maps and all kinds of stuff, and we got eyewitness. One of the guys that was on the crew, I can't remember his name at this time, but we got all the information. We went up there. Freaky feeling. It was freaky, and it wasn't like the movie. It was all cleared, and there was no trees or anything. It was on top of a hill, and it was kind of not on a hill. I mean, everything was up on a hill, but you know what I mean. There was trees all over places, so it was quite odd. And we got up there, and one of the other guys that was with us, he says, "Look at the compass." And we looked at the compass, and that thing was spinning around like a top. And that's not normal. That's not supposed to happen. I said, well, it happens every once in a while. There's interference with something, but we were out in the middle of somewhere. They were freaking out, looking up in the sky and whatnot. It wasn't nighttime and everything. I wanted to stay until nighttime, but nobody else did. But anyway, when we were coming back, we got to the where the Jeep was parked. It was gone. Evidently, this is a thing back in the 80s. Boy, my hair is off. I really need to shave my head. Back in the 80s, it was a thing if people were parking alongside the road, they would tow their vehicle, because you don't want a bunch of weirdos in the forest and whatnot. So we had to walk. I don't know, it was at least 20 miles to the nearest place where we make a phone call and find out what happened to our vehicle so we could go home. And found out that they tow vehicles there. This is before cell phones and all this stuff, so you had to walk, and nobody would pick us up. We tried to hitchhike. Cars went by back and forth, and I could just imagine four dudes walking down the road, and two of us had really long hair, so they're probably really freaky. Ooh, somebody lost a watermelon. So that was our whole investigation thing there. It was fun though. We walked way too much that day. By the time we got our vehicle, which we ended up just having to pay for the towing, no fine or anything. We just told them we're not, the crazy people who come out there and do all kinds of rituals and things like that, trying to summons. So we're just kind of fit. So we're doing a school project. So we kind of got out of it and ended up driving back to Phoenix. And that was our adventure in that. Which was cool, because before that's what got me into it. When I seen my UFO, I don't care what they call them now, but that's when I seen that woke something to me to find out. I wanted to know more about it. So any stories about aliens and stuff, I'm all down for that. When you see something, and it's like the people with the Bigfoot. I've never seen a Bigfoot, but that doesn't mean there isn't. And the fact that nobody's 100% proven there's UFOs, except for now in the government they're saying that they have biological specimens, and a couple of them were alive, and yeah. But back in the 70s and 80s, there was quite a few UFO sightings and things like that, and it was more prominent, and it wasn't like totally bogus and everything like that. It's with the internet and stuff, there's so many people that fake things and use green screens and whatnot, that it's gotten people wondering, is it true or is it a bunch of phony stuff? But back then, if you believed, you believed. Of course, there was the shows and everything. We're out in the moons. Not really, but that was a difference. It wasn't internet. It wasn't some plastered everywhere. It was like you'd hear a story, or there was a movie, and it would. Oh, I wonder if it was based on a true story or something. And you'd go investigate and see if it was true or not, and then you go do some digging into it. It was really hard back then to investigate things like that. You had to get on the telephone and long distance conversations were expensive back then. I remember getting a roll of quarters and getting on a payphone and calling around trying to get information about stuff and hear people's stories and whatnot. Nowadays, you just get on the computer or your phone and do a Google search and find all kinds of stuff. It's just the way it is, so I hope it's not too loud. I guess I should roll my windows up. It's just I've been out working in the garden. I'm all sweaty and icky. The air feels good. And you save gas for not using AC. Oh boy. Yeah, we actually I've talked to I never talked to Travis though. Because he was real quiet in the 80s and stuff. I think he just started where he started talking and doing interviews and whatnot. Because you know how I bet you he got hounded so much back in the day, and we're doing a little bouncy on this road. But I know there's people out there that don't believe in aliens and stuff like that. The way I look at it, and I could be wrong, God created all this big old universe and millions and millions of planets and stuff, and he only made humans on one planet. I don't know. It's something to think about. I don't, like I said, just because I don't see something like Bigfoot doesn't mean I don't think that there could be one. I'm gonna drop up over here. It's just one of those things. And I will leave you at that. I hope everybody has a great, wonderful day. Until next time, God bless.